Actually, there is this story. We went to, what was it, the show in San Diego?
We went to an emo night at San Diego.
Yeah, it was very last minute. And we've always had this inside joke. Like, hey, let me kick you in the neck. Like, just a violent, stupid joke, right? It's another one of those dark comedy shit, right?
That's not dark, dude.
And it's fun. You know, the funny thing between me and the audience for her, not you, Lalo. But the funny thing, every time I say it, I look at Lalo, and I know he knows it's a joke, but something in his eyes tells me it's almost like he thinks I'm going to do it.
I think you are going to do it.
You know what I mean?
I think there was one time that I was laying down.
There's always like a hint in his eye, like that he doesn't know if I'm joking or not. You know what I mean? So he immediately says no.
Welcome to a new episode of Parallel Discussion. I'm here with my co-host Turkey.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo, bitches.
We took a long little break skis. I do want to apologize for not releasing an episode last week, but I really hope that we could get the ball rolling again. It's been tough. It's been a long week for me. I've been dealing with a lot of personal agenda.
Really? What's the
personal agendas?
Give us a personal agenda.
Well, as I mentioned on the last two episodes, that I was going to be attending a festival, and then my work schedule was like all fucked up everywhere. It was like I was working. Normally, I have a day off in between the week, and that gets me time to like help you, and edit, adjust the podcast, and we get to record those days.
Interesting.
Yeah. But it's good to see your face, Turkey. It's really good to see.
It really feels like I haven't seen you in a long time. It's hard to explain because we do live in the same place. It's almost like it feels like a couple months actually.
Hey, the last podcast we did, Thanos joined us.
I'm not gonna lie. Like before you asked me to do this podcast, I was like, I forgot how to do it.
I
actually, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, how do I go back into this? I don't know.
But now that I'm on the mic, I feel comfortable again. Like,
it's gonna take me a while.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
still
man.
Not there. It's still not there yet.
So I went to what's it called? Primavera Sound over here in Los Angeles. I didn't know how much I didn't know about most of these bands that I want to go see. It surprised me because normally, if I go to a festival or a concert, I know majority of the bands. Well, I mean, I guess I did know them, but I don't know if I was disappointed I wouldn't say disappointed. Like it just caught me off guard that a lot of the songs they played I didn't know when I thought I knew more about these bands. Does that ever happen to you?
No, not a long, not a long time. Yeah, no, not really. No.
So, for example, there's this band called Surf Curse, and I know a lot of their songs. Like, I know a lot of their jams. Like, their jams where I'm like bumping in the car from like beginning to end. And then they were playing this. I don't know. They were playing their new record or something, and yeah, I wasn't vibing at one point. I was like, what's going on here? Like, do I know these? Do I know these songs? And then there was some other good acts that I kind of got into. Look at him. He's barely waking up. That's what it is. We get the yawning.
Yeah.
But so there's this band called Machine Girl.
Okay.
Dude. Fucking amazing performance. It was just weird not to see. Like they pretty much have a drummer. They had a drummer and a guy vocalist, and he sometimes hops on the bass. But for the most part, they have backtracks. But they were like the drummer was just like, it was just crazy, dude. It was really fun to watch perform, and that's one band that I would say that I'm like a new upcomer fan, maybe.
Okay.
I still got into their stuff because I was listening to them after the festival this week, and I was like, well, I'm not sure. There's like I don't know if you ever like searched the band and they have like there's another band with the same name. So like the both of their musics collide. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea.
Like, so let's say you have a band name Rasquache or something, whatever, and then I have the same band name, and we both upload things to like Spotify. Well, what happened is that the two bands kind of end up in the same band name. So really? I don't know because I searched them up, Machine Girl, and the music I heard live was not what was on Spotify. Does that make sense?
False. Wait, no. I'm confused because usually when you put in a band name, even if it has a similar name to another band, you're gonna tell it's two different bands, right? Because of the picture.
Okay, so that's the reason why I was like telling you, like, because I before the show happened, I was searching bands to see like who should I go check out that I don't know during the time that I have no one to see, and so I checked them out afterwards again, and I'm just like, wait, this music does not sound like that because it was very like hardcore like electronic music. But then like I went on Spotify and I looked them up, and I'm like, this sounds nothing like the hardcore electronic music I was listening to, like in person. So I don't know what was going on with that.
But this is like a band you listen on a daily, or
no? I'm just telling you a band that I saw happened to run across because
you discovered them at
I discovered them at the show. But there was times where we didn't know who to go see, so we went to like
who's we?
Huh?
Who's we? You got a mouse in your pocket, or what? I got
a mouse in my pocket.
Oh, okay.
And so we went to go see like we try to find like new acts just to kill time. The times where we didn't have anybody to see, so it was just kind of weird. But I would say this is probably the cleanest festival I've ever been to. And we talked about festivals before. Right? Very fucking organized. The stages weren't that big. Like, they weren't like, they weren't your Coachella where like, they're just so overcrowded. It wasn't a Lollapalooza. It wasn't like but this festival is actually, it started in Barcelona, and I think they're doing it around the world now. They're kind of moving like Lollapalooza. They're kind of trying to do it in different places of the world. But and then there was one other band that I wanted to mention that I didn't even know they were on the bill. Mayhem.
Oh, the black metal band?
Yeah. And then we had talked about Mayhem.
They have a dark history.
Yeah, so we had talked about their history about, I think it was the vocalist or the guitar player killed himself.
I think it was the vocalist.
Yeah, the vocalist killed himself, and then that one dude just walked in on him and took a picture, and then became on the cover.
Yeah, they made the.
Yeah, dude. I don't think it was the. It might not be the same.
No,
I think they just evolved with different musicians now.
They're like almost like a Mexican banda, like
they just carried on. Like
there's only like one main guy that carries the name and all the rights, and then he gets like replacements.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, kind of like what? Well, not really Megadeth anymore, but for a while Dave Mustaine and I think his bassist, I forget his name, Larry. I forgot his name, but usually they just rotate fucking another guitarist and another drummer. Like, they're always rotating.
Oh, okay, yeah, but I mean that's like you said, it was like kind of like banda, like it's kind of like a legacy thing.
Yeah,
that just like name. Yeah, it's just a name, and then people. But crazy performance. I didn't think they were gonna come out all in makeup like they do.
Yeah, that's the whole show.
Well, not all of them came out in makeup. I think only 2 of them really did.
Yeah.
The rest of them were like kind of like normal people. They look like they never killed anybody. So
yeah.
They don't look like
Tom in the back.
Yeah.
Tyler.
It was pretty cool.
There's one hipster in there.
There's probably one hipster in there, like on the Sense or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's hipsters now, like in black metal bands.
They probably are, dude. I'm pretty sure there's a lot. This is I don't know if you remember. There's just that cover band I was talking about not too long ago. The Interpol band. I forgot their name already. But the guitar player, I was talking to him one time, and he goes like, "Yeah, I didn't even like Interpol when I got into the band. I just did it because I thought it was gonna be fun, and it was fun for him. But I guess he was more like a heavy rocker, like more like Metallica kind of thing, you know. So
it's normal.
But I mean, I'm just saying it's normal. I mean, for me, like if someone told me to play. Oh, actually, you know what? Some guy did ask me to play in a pop punk band just recently, but I turned it down because I didn't know if I could pull a lead guitarist.
He wanted you to be the lead?
Yeah, I'm more of a rhythm.
I mean,
and then there's a lot of soloing. There's a lot of soloing.
There's not like solos in pop punk.
Was that me?
That was you.
Damn.
Yeah.
I just ate too. That was gross. Yeah, no, there was. It's because this band does kind of play more like solos, kind of like a Sum 41 type of vibe.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
So I didn't think I could pull it off, and I was just
hey,
like,
can I ask you something? Is pop punk dead?
No.
Who's keeping it alive in your eyes?
In my eyes,
and don't say your boy.
My boy MJK. Machine Gun Kelly? Nah, I'm not kidding. Nah,
do you really think that's pop punk?
No, you know what? What got it? What got pop punk going on again, or emo, whatever you want to call it? The emo nights. I think they brought it back a lot.
No, but I mean like an actual like a real band that's already like big.
Blink is still playing. I mean, they're not active right now because of Mark.
But I mean, like Blink is a band that'll come once in a while. I'm talking about a band that's keeping it alive, like still active. Like,
Sum 41 is still playing.
They're still playing.
Yellow Card just did a comeback too. Yellow Card, they remember.
That's what I'm saying. Like they usually take a long ass hiatus.
But that's normal. That's every band now. Like you can't be.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, is there like a solid band other than Sum 41 that's keeping it going? Solid,
I mean, because even not all time low. I'm sorry. From first to last is doing shows again. Who was it doing shows? I think no, not Simple Plan. There's some other bands who are still touring, but I wouldn't say. I'm not saying it's like alive.
I get one band, but like you need multiple bands to keep it alive. No.
Yeah, I mean, look at that festival I'm going to on in October. It's Avril Lavigne, My Chemical Romance. My Chemical Romance is touring again. Pierce the Veil. I think that's how it's called. 4 Years Strong. They're just that bill is stacked up with so many emo bands, and a lot of bands are the ones that you would be like, "What? They're still playing?" So these
imagine they're like in their they're like in their 50s, 60s.
They're in crutches and shit. They come out like weird.
I mean, in a weird way, you can kind of see that from like I don't know why. Like out of all the Blink members, I feel like Mark is the one that like looks the oldest now. He looks like he's really like 50, like 56. Going I
think
60.
cancer really.
You could just tell in his face, like he has like saggy skin now. He just looks like an old man now.
Yeah, because Tom still looks handsome as fuck, dude.
Fucking Travis looks like he's still in his fucking 20s and 30s and shit.
It's the tattoos. For him, it's the tattoos. Like he covers pretty much his whole face with tattoos.
Plus, I think he has like a clean ass diet too. Like
that was very vegan.
Yeah, and then Tom, Tom. He just looks like a fucking 40-year-old kid, you know. you know? Yeah. But it looks good on him, you know.
I'm pretty sure if he put on like some Dickies and some fucking Vans or whatever he was wearing then,
he still looks like a senior or something.
Yeah, like
he just goes to any high school. Like,
well, he did drop out, dude. Kind of, so he never really graduated from the whole look, I guess. Yeah, but what's been on with you, Turkey? We haven't. We try to keep up when we can.
I had one of the best vacations ever. Like, just don't worry about it. I really thought we were gonna go like 2 weeks, like massive 2 weeks.
I was very motivated coming back, and I didn't want to call you because I didn't want to. I was gonna call you because we normally talk, but I was gonna call you and ask you like, hey, dude, let's do a quick pod today, blah blah blah. But it's a dog crying, but it's be fine. Anyway. I was going to tell you about it, but I was like, and that's why when I got home, I knocked on your door, but you were knocked out. I was like, oh, shit. Okay, I guess I'll go back to sleep. But then you messaged me on Instagram. Like,
I didn't message you. I just like one of your fucking posts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, how was your vacation?
It was pretty good. I went to go see Jaws in 3D.
How was that?
I don't know. I didn't really remember much about that movie, so it was almost like watching it all over again, like without knowing anything.
Did you know that Steven Spielberg, I think, directed that movie with Joe Coy, Easter Sunday?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Did you know that? I just found that out.
I don't know that.
Like, Easter Sunday, Steven Spielberg? Really?
What is Easter Sunday? I don't even know what that is.
It's a Joe Coy movie.
He co-directed it?
I'm not sure if he co-directed it. I think he directed it, really? But I think Joe Coy just pitched it to him. But I guess
maybe
Steven Spielberg really wanted to work with him.
Maybe his production. Maybe he produced it. Produced it is different.
Well,
he's still involved, but he's not really doing much.
Well, one of them too. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't want to search it, but this is what I was listening to on the podcast, and then they were saying that. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I don't know that.
I was like, "Really? He directed one of those cheesy movies?" I don't even think that.
I know one of his new movies is coming out. It's called The Fablesman.
Is that Steven Spielberg?
Yeah, that's him directing it though. I think he co-wrote it and he's directing it. I think it's pretty much a movie about him when he was younger. Like it's one of I feel like it's a fictionalized version of his life story. Oh, because it's about a kid like where his mom is like an artist and his dad is like an engineer, and he's kind of caught in between. Like he doesn't know if to pursue being an artist or being an engineer, and that's actually his story. Like
so it's kind of more like a little
and then the movie
story behind the story.
The movie is about a kid trying to be a director.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much him.
Yeah, have you heard of the docu? It's not even a documentary. It's like a series of a guy named Jeffrey Dahmer.
Actually, can we talk shit about the stupid ass show you made me watch the other day, dude?
All right, let's watch. Okay, let's talk.
A stupid ass satanic cult.
All right.
In Ohio,
okay. Like, for those listeners, he's talking about the devil in Ohio. The devil in Ohio.
It had nothing. It was just a town in Ohio. I don't know why they threw the name Ohio out there. I guess they were just trying to like.
Well, it just takes place in Ohio. It doesn't have to be.
They should have just named it after the town. All right. I'm fucking pissed.
In that case, they would just be like every fucking movie. You should name it like I don't know.
There was this random ass Salvadoran fucking detective, and then Puchicos. Oh my god! Like
just for the people, they don't think you're trashing on Salvadorans. You are Salvadorian.
Yeah, I'm half.
So just for everybody who listens to it, don't take it personal.
But it was just so fucking random. It's like throwing darts in the fucking dark.
Well, you gotta give it up. I mean, it never really happens that you have someone from Salvador on the show.
The show is hella trash.
Hey, but you
made me sit here and watch it with.
I didn't make you sit here. You came in while I was watching it. Yeah. All right.
Hey, it is funny too because I feel like that's the only show I've ever watched where like I started watching it. I only watched like the little middle part, and then I didn't watch the beginning or the end. Like I just fucking watched the middle. It is not enough for me to go back like, oh shit, I gotta go finish that show. You know, I'm not fucking slipping over my fucking slippers. You know, like, oh my god, I gotta go get me that fucking show. You know what I mean?
Well. All right, so I think I told you the first two
hella
episodes.
Trash ass show.
The first two episodes.
I don't know who the fuck recommended that show.
The first two episodes. Throwing jabs at me, aren't you? Yeah. So the first two episodes, yes, I do admit they were kind of like, what am I watching here? You know, like.
And I know something was weird because you're not into those shows.
I
don't know what got you into that show.
I am into those shows. It doesn't mean I watch them frequently where I'm like, I'm dying to watch it. Like, they got recommended to me and I was like, I gotta watch it.
Usually you fight me off on these shows. You're like, nah, dude, I'm all about comedy, dude. Dude. You know what I mean?
Well, talking about like not comedy, I was watching that Jeffrey Dahmer. Sorry, Jeffrey Dahmer.
That's based on the actual killer from Canada?
Yeah. Is it from Canada?
Dahmer. It sounds like he's not from Canada. No?
He's not from Canada.
Who's the dude
he's from Milwaukee.
Who's the dude from Canada? There was a dude from Canada that supposedly he used to meet young boys on Craigslist.
Oh, that's not the one.
And he used to fucking call them over and like he would like literally kill them on camera and then like dismember them and then leave them in a suitcase.
That's the guy from Don't Fuck with Cats.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the guy from Don't Fuck. I forgot the killer's name.
Yeah, that was Netflix too. Huh?
Yeah,
that was a while back.
But that one was an actual documentary because like it all started with like oh hey like this guy's killing cats on camera, blah blah blah, and then they found out that he was doing more shit on top of that.
That's the one where supposedly that like the cops didn't want to go further into investigation, so that's when a lot of people around the world started uniting and putting their clues together.
Yeah, it's that one. But this Jeffrey Dahmer dude, I won't spoil it for everybody because I'm not even done with it. I'm like on the third episode right now. I started watching it yesterday. I started having fucking dreams about this fucking guy in my nightmares, bro. So this guy...
Did he touch you in your dreams?
No, he didn't touch me.
Where did he touch you?
He was a homosexual molester, killer, serial killer.
Show me on this pillow. Where did he touch you?
Yeah. So it's like it's where I don't know what to tell you. This is the pillow. Yeah. So we kind of stumbled on this thing because I had brought it up and I had just seen it somewhere and I asked Manny, AC's Best. I was like, hey,
dude, AC's Best knows a lot.
Yeah.
The guy knows his shows.
Well, yeah. Well, I go like, hey, he goes like, well, we ended up watching the new Star Wars series. We watched the first Andor, and we watched the first episode, and yeah, I
heard it was very serious. Like it was like almost like an adult Star Wars.
It was weird. The first 10 minutes because he did something right away where I was like, this is not Star Wars like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I saw a review on it on YouTube because I was like, I don't want to watch. Because I didn't finish watching Kenobi either because all these shows I start watching with you, we never sync up. And then, like, I just leave them unfinished.
Did you finish She-Hulk?
No.
I forgot about She-Hulk. We were like, hey, what happened to She-Hulk? Did you finish it? Like, I forgot it.
Speaking about She-Hulk, that actually leads to a very sad thing, actually. Apparently, there was an article on Yahoo not that long ago showing the best rated shows, and number one
was She-Hulk.
No.
Oh fuck.
Number one was Game of Thrones, of course. I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, I heard it's good.
Number two, She-Hulk.
Really?
And you know what was number three?
What was the what?
Top three? You know what was number three?
Hold on, let me guess. Top number three. I don't know. It's something that I watched. Devil in Ohio.
Fuck you, dude.
No, what is it?
So number 3 came in for Lord of the Rings. It's fucking sad, man. What they're doing with that show. Like, by the way, I just finished watching episode 5, and what they're doing in that show.
Enjoy it while you can, dude, because that's
I hate to say it, but it's only 8 episodes. They're already at 5, and I don't feel good about it. I feel like it's a flop. Like, I really do.
Yeah.
And it's
especially after that money
and
spent.
The sad part is, like, it's the most expensive show in, like, ever. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because they spend a lot of money for those rights, too.
Just on the rights. And then on top of that, they had to spend money on the show.
On just the show and all that.
Fuck, man. But, you know, as a Tolkien fan, you know, it hurts.
That's a what?
It's a Tolkien fan.
Tolkien?
Yeah, J.R. Tolkien.
Oh, as a director?
No, the author.
Okay. I don't know. Oh, yes.
Slap yourself for the people.
I'm sorry.
Just slap yourself a little bit. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, I hate to say it, man, and it's mid. I never thought it was gonna it's sad.
I know you were hyped for it. I know you were really hyped for it.
I'm really hyped for it, and on top of that, they made you wait years for this fucking shit. I remember when I heard about this shit like years ago. Like, oh shit, like they're gonna spend so much. It's gonna be the most epic shit out there, dude. It's mid.
You almost said like Donald Trump. It's gonna be epic or something like that.
Yeah, dude, I got a little tear right now in my eye. I don't know if you can see it. Like,
you always have a tear from that eye, though.
I'm really like it's sad that fucking Lord of the Rings comes after She-Hulk. You know what I mean? Like, She-Hulk. It's not even the best fucking Disney show ever. You know, so it's fucking sad. It's and I feel bad for the fans because there's real fans out there.
For She-Hulk or for
Lord of the Rings?
Oh, okay.
Fuck She-Hulk.
What's wrong with fans from being for She-Hulk, man? What are you hating on?
I mean, that show is horrible. I don't know how people like that show. Like, it's like watching Alec McBeal turn into Hulk. You know, remember that show, Alec McBeal? It was like a lawyer show. It was stupid ass show.
Oh yes! Oh my god, bro! When was that from? Was that like
Fox.
90s?
Yeah, it was way back in the day.
Yeah,
like Fox. Remember Alec McBeal?
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that show.
Yeah, they used to have stupid ass attorney shows back.
You know what show I missed? Gilligan's Island.
Oh no, that's Andy Griffith. Never mind. Yeah, but I know they pretty much went together. It was
you're right.
It was Gilligan's Island, then Andy Griffith after that.
Yeah, you're right. Oh man, I forgot how.
Man. It's hard. It's hard to digest, you know, because those characters mean a lot to me, you know.
Okay, this is a prequel to the Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to take place.
But this has nothing to do with. So this is even prequels to the prequels.
What prequels?
Wasn't there like a Lord of the Rings prequel already?
Yeah, well, the prequel to Lord of the Lord of the Rings is The Hobbit.
The Hobbit. That's what I'm talking about. There you go.
Yeah, and even those movies, it was supposed to be only like 1 or 2. They made it into a trilogy, and just fucking whatever.
You sound so point about everything,
dude. It's bad. Like,
dude, I'm not letting you go on vacation again. I feel like you realize all these things, and then you just put yourself in this little room, and you lock yourself with these thoughts, and then you have nowhere to push them.
Yeah, that's what I'm pushing on all you guys. You know what I mean? But it's sad that it came in third, especially the crazy thing. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know, but like Game of Thrones was inspired from Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, I get. I mean, kind of do go back.
Yeah, I mean George R.R. Martin. I mean, you can just in his name, just George R.R. like J.R.R. Tolkien. I mean, he was inspired by Lord of the Rings, so he made his own version, which is Game of Thrones, and it's completely different. It's more violent.
Kind of like that one dude that George Lucas and the other fool that made the other whack ass movie.
Which one?
The one that they made from that got the same concept for Star Wars.
Dune.
Dune, yeah,
dude. Kind of like that. A lot of people don't know this, but like, a big majority of Star Wars is, I don't want to say ripped off, but it's definitely derived and inspired. I guess.
After I saw that Dune movie, I did see a lot of
and I don't mean
a lot of like,
and I don't
similarities.
And I don't mean inspired by the actual Dune movies. I mean by like the actual novels, and like stuff like Alejandro Jodorowsky. He was gonna do a version of Dune way back in the day.
That's when you told me that it
didn't go through. Yeah. But the things that he compiled from different artists all around the world, like that inspired like a lot of movies, like Flash Gordon, fucking all those fucking crazy sci-fi movies from like Blade Runner. It inspired all those fucking movies. You know what I mean? And now it's a slap in the face.
Well, I want to go back to this Jeffrey Dahmer. I watched the first 2 episodes, and dude, it's so fucking. It almost feels like my insides just don't want to watch anymore.
Like, can you explain what he did? Because I know his name. It just there's so many killers out there that what makes this guy special?
So this guy, it took place in Milwaukee. This guy was a homosexual, well, I guess gay, call it, gay man. Like he was just obsessed with, like, I guess he was attracted to men, but he was killing these men and eating them. Like he would eat their heart. But what he would do, I won't give it up because I know people are gonna watch it and it's still kind of fresh. But he tricked these guys. He would go to like gay bars and he would trick these guys into going to his plays, and then he would drug them up and then he would kill them, or he would just take pictures of them. But it goes beyond that. It goes beyond just the killing and everything on how his life. There's a thing about me with like these kind of like series that these not documentaries, real life. What do you call it? Real life things that happen that are made into movies, into like a show.
Wait, so it's a movie adaptation or is it a documentary?
No, so it's it's not a documentary. It's an actual show of a guy's life. Like what do you call that? I forgot the.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do they have actors playing this dude?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like
I forgot the name of it.
Adaptation.
Maybe. So it's an actual series about this guy's life, and there's like so much going on, like that you could easily pinpoint the problem, but there's more. Like where his mind goes to, or how he thinks, and the way he was raised, and the way he's like, just the way he is, or the way he was, like how easily he got into this, mindset, or how he became to be the person he is, and it's crazy. I'm not even like, like trying to support the guy because he had a fucked up family, but still, like, it's just wild how far it went.
It kind of shows the dynamic of nature and versus nurture. It's like it shows you the things around you kind of shape you. If you're not aware of them.
Yeah, exactly. This guy. I mean, there's things he was aware of. I'm pretty sure. But just the way that what he was doing to get what he was doing, was just kind of like it all kind of like just pinned a little bit from his mom, a little bit from his dad, and kind of just the way he was raised.
But if you really look at it, a lot of his damage came from the fact that he repressed his sexuality, right? Like, I think that's what.
Yeah, there is those scenes where like his dad always talks to him, oh, so how things with the ladies, or like he tries talking about the bees and the birds with him, and he kind of just like, I don't want to talk about it, kind of, But deep in down, he's holding. He's like,
that's what I'm saying. Like you hold on to those things, and they become something dark.
But he got away with so much. It's crazy how much he got away with. I'm not sure how. Like I was telling you, like this is the problems I have with these kind of like shows, because I don't know how much is accurate. Like obviously the whole dialogue is not going to be the way it was in what happened in real life, but just the way that if I could see it happening back then, like those kind of things where like he was just like lying, about everything that he was doing. Like he would just come in, like for example, like he like brought a guy who he drugged up and he kind of escaped, but when he left, the guy escaped while he was gone, but when he came back, he was outside the building, and he was like, in the cop, like someone called the cops. And he comes in, oh, it's my boyfriend. Like, we're just hanging out, like he got too drunk, blah, 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 like, and the cops believed it,
I mean, you got to realize, too.
Like, back in the day, like,
Yeah, it was a whole different time.
No, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, like, I don't know how much is real. Like, I know that these things probably did happen, but I just want to know, like, how, like, I wish I knew, like, how real everything happened to detail,
Plus, another thing you got to realize about these, murderers is that they're master manipulators, right? They know how to play the field. They're almost psychologists themselves, you know what I mean? Like they know everything, every step ahead. They're very calculated, but again, it's like it's weird. It's almost like
it's weird.
Yeah, it's very weird. But yeah, it goes back to that thing where they realize they almost have this awareness like they are the predator. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then that gives them some sort of power. And then that's where they kind of like look at everybody as prey.
That's almost like almost everything in life, right? Would you think that?
Yeah, I mean that's a complete narcissist.
That's a narcissist thing.
That's a dark version of a narcissist. Like you took it too far to the point where you're like you almost feel like you're in God mode. Like no one can fuck with me. I could get one over you. I could fucking kill you. Nobody's gonna know. It's that type of shit. They get in your fucking head, and again, it's like it's all psychology at play. It's like, and they always target. I feel like of course, it's very common that they target weak-minded people.
Yeah, I think a lot of times he target somebody who was like an alcoholic. Or
they have
someone drinking,
someone that has afflictions, like they have addictions, you know, and those are easy prey to them, and that's why a lot of these people are like, you realize how the fuck could somebody do that, but like you realize that for them, like killing almost becomes like sex to them. It's another.
That's one.
It's another. It's
Dude,
another
you haven't even seen the thing, the movie, the show, huh?
No.
Dude, you already got it.
Yeah. But it's almost like a high. It's like a dopamine rush.
Mm-hmm.
Like they get this rush out of it. Like, it, and that's why it's very fucking dangerous to be around. And I even wonder that one time. I'm like, do you think you've ever shaken a hand with a killer, with somebody you killed?
I don't know. Was I talking to you about this? The other day I had a thing, I thought in my mind, and I was just thinking about how, like, I wonder how many pictures of strangers have I been in? I mean, how many times have I shown up in people's pictures of strangers, like of these strangers?
Oh, like you just appear in the background?
Like I just pop out, like, like fucking, I don't know. And it's probably somewhere on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Or maybe they printed them out and they're like on the wall and I'm just right there walking by. Like, I had that question. But now that you mentioned about shaking hands with a killer.
No, because the only reason I brought it up, because I think a while ago on the internet I saw
a guy you shook a hand. And
No. Apparently, someone calculated the odds that apparently you would at least shake hands with certain number of killers in your whole lifetime.
Oh shit!
Or like people that have actually murdered people.
Yeah, and
like,
they're still kind of like on the run.
But just think about it. Like think about it. Like the murders that have gotten caught. These are like people that I feel like have gotten to the point where they either got sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
They became again. It goes back to it being an addiction, right? When you get when it becomes too much,
and they don't even know how to control it anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a one fucking big explosion.
Exactly. It overcomes the situation, and then you get sloppy, and then they get caught, and then there's those killers that are extremely discreet. Like they know. It's almost like it's like hunting season for them. Like it's like.
Are you a silent killer, bro?
No. I've read a lot of books. That's why
I don't know, man. I mean, you almost did want to kick me in my sleep one time, in my neck.
I do want to kick you in your neck while you're sleeping. One time, actually, there is a story. We went to what was it? The show in San Diego.
We went to an emo night at San Diego.
Yeah, it was very last minute, and we've always had this inside joke. Like, hey, let me kick you in the neck. Like, just a violent, stupid joke, right? It's another one of those dark comedy shit, right?
That's not dark, dude.
And it's fun. You know, the funny thing between me and the audience right here, not you, Lalo. But the funny thing, every time I say it, I look at Lalo, and I know he knows it's a joke, but something in his eyes tells me it's almost like he thinks I'm going to do it.
I think you are going to do it.
You know what I mean?
I think there was one time that I was laying down.
There's always like a hint in his eye, like that he doesn't know if I'm joking or not. You know what I mean? So he immediately says no. Like, he says it with the tone.
Well,
like,
it's funny because
no.
You always ask me, hey, can I kick you in the neck? And I'm just like, no, dude, what the fuck?
But see, that's what I mean. Like,
but I feel like one day you're going to do it because the silent killers don't really tell you when they're going to tell you.
But I remember, okay, so going back to the story. So we went to this show, and then Lalo got this room. It was this random room, quick room, just because he didn't want to drive back the same day. It makes sense. And then I remember getting up in the middle of the night to take a piss. And then, and in my mind, it crossed my mind because I saw him sleeping there, his neck fully exposed, and I was like, "If I wanted the moment, that is the moment to do it right now."
Silent
you know what I mean?
Killer time,
right there. I could have just fucking kicked him in the neck right there, but then I went back to sleep, and then.
Thank God you went back to sleep. Yeah. I'm pretty sure even if you would, you probably would have lost your balance because it's one of those times when you get up in the middle of the night. And you want to go pee, especially after like a couple drinks, you're like, all fucking barely. You're like a born giraffe, or like you could barely even walk to the restroom and shit.
Yeah, it was an emo night, right?
Yeah, we went to an emo night because it was like barely, like COVID was barely. Oh, actually,
I think it was barely lifting, right?
Yeah, it was barely lifting up a little bit.
I think if anything, it was open in San Diego, and like LA was still kind of like closed.
Yeah, it was still kind of closed down. But that's where we went. And I'm gonna bring up this topic because I was talking about it with AZ's Best, and
shout out to AZ's Best, man.
He's should be
hey,
in town.
By the way, he's been sending me some funny ass memes, and I haven't laughed so hard in a while.
He told me that your memes are not that fire though.
Oh,
he told me. I'll put it here on the podcast.
But I want to let him know that his memes are kind of funny though.
Some are funny.
I'm gonna put them out there.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
Yours, I think I was telling him. I think sometimes yours are funnier.
Really?
I think sometimes. I mean, yes, brother, up there. Like, you know how you get like those friends that just send you memes from back to back to back.
You know the day
you attack me. I feel like I'm being attacked by bees. Like I have to go like through every fucking one of them. But like that's why I don't open them right away because I know that if I'm bored, I'm gonna be man.
But you know the day there was a day though that I know I was turning soft with the memes is when I was like I started seeing like friendship memes. And I was like, oh, like I'm gonna send this one. You know what I mean? Like, like little friendship memes. I was like, okay, this is for the homie. Right?
I just saw this funny ass meme of a little kid. He's like a little, maybe 5 years old, 6 years old, and the mom records him and tells him, "Hey, where are you going?" It's like, "Oh, to the car." Like, no, but where are you going? Like to school. Like, no, where are you going? To go see my crush. And then this is like a Monday, right? Then it's Friday, and then like the kid's crying to his dad on the phone, Like, what's going on, mijo? My best friend got with my crush. No, it was no, it says my crush cheated on with my best friend, blah, blah, blah. Bro, it was so sad. I was like, damn, dude, that's little me right there, bro.
Yeah.
And then at the end, his dad brings him like chips and buys him some toys, and he's all happy. Like,
I haven't seen that one.
I sent it to you. You can check it later.
Yeah.
But I wanted to bring this meme up because it's not even a meme. It's like a story, and I know you were like, dude, fuck, don't send me shit no more. But I thought it was the concept of this thing was very interesting to me. I don't approve of it, but I thought it was very crazy. So, the son of a mom has a kid with her son.
Yeah, actually, I think you sent it to me first, and then I sent you the vomit emoji, and you're like, I think you took it personal because I think you thought I was talking about like your memes in general. And you're like, what the fuck? What's your problem? You know, you got really defensive.
I did.
And I was like, huh? I even put huh. And you never replied back.
I just typed in question marks because you said don't stop it with the memes.
Yeah. Because I
was trying to figure out what you were trying to mean. Like, wait, you don't want to say the shit?
Yeah, no, but I think you thought I told you about all of them. Like, stop with all of them.
I kind of stopped saying
I mainly said it because of that one you sent me. But then I found that other meme that I sent you today. It was pretty much the same thing. It was about the mother that's having her son's baby.
Okay, so this is what I wanted to narrow it down to. The mom, the son's mom. The mom is having a kid with her son, so that makes her the mom and the grandma, and it makes the son the brother and the dad.
Yeah,
it's fucked up.
It's weird.
It's fucked up.
No, but the weirdest thing is like,
the weirdest thing is that she goes like, I'm happy that I'm having my son's firstborn.
Yeah. So what
the mom is 50 something. The guy's like 30 something.
So what I'm thinking, I think what happened is that maybe the guy's gay, and he wants to have a son, and maybe he was looking for a surrogate or something like that. And maybe that's where the mom stepped in.
I don't know. That picture looked like they're very fucking.
I don't know. That's what. That's the only thing that came to mind. Like, but the weird part is like, yeah, you're doing it out of act of kindness, but what you're not thinking about is the genetics for that kid. The chance of that kid coming out like fucking Lalo over here. You know, it's it's gonna be up there. The risk is gonna be pretty high. You know what I mean? Like,
it's already a big risk because
that's a huge risk.
It's your same blood.
It's just a health risk. Like, that's a health risk.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, just for them to be okay with it, it's mind-boggling. You know, like,
yeah, it's a weird family. It's a weird family.
I didn't read a lot of it because it was kind of very disrupting
and hopefully it was done procedurally, like at a doctor's office instead of, you know what I mean?
I don't think it was I think
because if it was done
I
think they
had a shag, bro. They had a shag for sure.
Nah, dude, I think it's not right. You know, it's not right. Because it's just weird. It's weird. Imagine explaining.
I'm gonna have to go back and read this. Because now that makes sense though.
No, but
still, it's not right.
No, but I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, I haven't written anything about it. I just made that assumption. I was like, maybe the son is gay and he's looking to have his son of his own.
This
right?
Is your conspiracy.
This is my take on it. But I didn't read into it. I'm just fucking throwing this shit out there into the dark. You know, fuck it, let it stick somewhere. You know, so it might not be true. I don't know. I don't fucking know the full
But it still doesn't make it right, or doesn't even make it slightly better.
That's the only thing I was like, maybe that's just maybe that's the only thing that kind of makes sense is maybe the son is gay. He wants to have his own son, but with his, and then his mom offered herself to be the surrogate, right?
Yeah.
And to her, it's nice. I'm having my son's son, maybe. I don't know.
That's what she said. I'm having my son's first child,
and
like, it couldn't be happier or something. I read.
And I'm kind of worried about him because, I mean, you're a pretty young dude. You can still find a girl.
So you can still find a girl. I mean, let's say that the mom was gonna stick around. I mean, his mom, grandma. Like, I don't know. Let's say that let's say they were together. Let's say they try to make a life together. They try to, the mom is 50, she's 30, and who knows? You know,
I
things
think
happen.
okay, but see, going back to if they're supposed, I'm throwing quotes up because this is all in the air. If he, of course, he's gonna take care of the kid, and maybe she's not gonna be in the picture as a mom, right? She's gonna back off. Be the again. I'm making them sound as normal as possible here. Where'd
you get this kid? Oh, my mom's the mom.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the only thing I can think about. And I hate to say this in this context, but moms will do anything for their kids.
No, take that back like that, bro.
No. But you know what I'm saying, okay? You know exactly what I'm saying. Like, I don't even want to look at you in the eye when I say this.
You did. You kind of looked up you looked at the ceiling at that.
But I don't know, man. It's one of those weird things, like a parent would do anything for their kid. And is it gone too far? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, too far. Again, like, and that's the other thing too. Like,
I mean, put yourself in this situation. Like,
but see, now
would you?
That's the other thing.
If you had a daughter, would you do whatever you want for your? I mean, whatever it takes for you.
Yeah, let's not put it in that context.
Exactly. You see,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't think these people did it out of kind of a heart.
No, but I'm just trying to like decipher their version of it. Like, let's not bring my family into this or anything. But I think that's the only thing I'm thinking about. It's like maybe I don't know, and it's a weird responsibility to take as a dude too. Like, you just want a son out of nowhere. Like, that's it. Like, you don't want a wife or anything or a partner. Like,
the mom is the partner. Just get it out of your head.
No. It's not. She's not the partner. I think that's the part. I think that's the part a lot of people are taking out of context. I feel. Again, I could be wrong.
I hope you're not wrong, because it does make it seem like. I mean, okay, you know what? Let's just stop talking about it. I thought I was gonna be okay with this talk.
I don't know. I'm just trying to make this sound reasonable for the dude. You know what I mean?
I mean, you stretched it out a little longer than I thought we would.
Yeah. That's my theory.
It is a very interesting theory, though.
Yeah. But if the dude is straight and he doesn't want a girlfriend, that is weird too. Like, why would you give your son a kid if he doesn't want a partner? It's kind of weird.
And
and imagine that being backwards. Like the father.
That's what I'm just telling you.
But you were trying to do that for me. Like,
okay, well, I was just telling you. When you put yourself in that situation now,
imagine that
a dad would do anything for his daughter. Of course.
The daughter wanted a son so bad that her father gave her a fucking. That would be like abomination. But somehow this way it makes sense. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
It's kind of like, and imagine like back in the 90s, like it was like back in the 90s, it was like so wrong to be gay, but a woman and a woman was okay. You know what I mean?
But it makes it scarier now too, because I'm like, if you would do this procedurally in the doctor's office, the concerns from the doctor to them would be extreme, to the point where I don't even think they would even try to do it. So this is what is pushing it to the point where they actually did fuck. So it's getting even worse now. So we should stop talking about it.
Yeah, exactly. You went beyond. I wanted to talk about a little. I mean, I wanted to touch on this with you last time about the whole.
Touch it a little bit. Yeah.
Touch it a little bit. The Shia LaBeouf interview with
Oh, dude, that was an intense interview.
What was it, the Punisher? What's his name again? John.
Oh, dude, you put John Bart. No, dang, you put me on the spot here. I forget his name. You're the dude from Walking Dead.
Yeah, you're the guy. You're the
John. I forgot his name. But yeah, keep saying what you're saying.
Well, I wanted to talk a little bit about his interview. And it really captivated me when he started talking about, like, when does a man become a man? Like, is it when you get your driver license? Is it when you get your fucking house? When you have a kid? And that really captivated me, because I started thinking, like, damn, like, am I even a grown up now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, in a way,
yeah, it is kind of weird, because it's one of those dilemmas.
And I don't want to say a man becomes a man, becomes a grown up, I guess, in a way, because nowadays, where.
Yeah. So it's funny though, because if you would call yourself a man now, I'll just laugh at you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you are a man.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, if you look at it in your own point of view, you're like, I still feel like a kid, but at the same time, I know I'm a man. And it's weird, though, because there's specific people that you look at and you're like, oh, that's a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't even think about it.
Is it
like,
the muscles?
Like,
is it a beard?
Yeah,
is it the way you walk? The way you walk in front of people? The way you...
Yeah, like, what is that fucking thing that makes you too mad, right?
Like, what makes you that grown up? What makes you think, like, you can see somebody like, oh, this person got his shit together.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Like, there's a specific dude, when you look at him, you're like, that's a man.
Like, that fool got his shit together. Like,
well, it's not even that he got shit. Just by looking at him, he looks like a man compared to a fucking another guy. You're like, you know what I mean?
But I mean, that section of the conversation really got me thinking that day, and it got me, I wouldn't say like sad or anything, but it just got me thinking of, like, when have I felt like I've really grown out of my shell? You know, I'm still like the big goofy guy that I've been since high school.
Yeah.
I'm still the big goofy guy since I can remember. Like, maybe when I tell my little brother, like, hey, dude, don't do this because you're fucking up, you know? Yeah. Maybe that's when I feel a little grown up, but I don't think I'm a grown up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling my little brother, like, even my older brother, when at one point, you know, he was fucking up, and I was trying to tell him, hey, bro, don't do this, don't do that. Maybe I felt a little bit like a man because I felt like I was being a grown up that time. But am I really the grown up?
But I think that's where it makes it confusing for a lot of people, because a lot of people grow up in like chaotic households, to the point where they have to almost feel like they're growing up too fast, right? And then you kind of already take on that role way earlier than you have to. Yeah. And that kind of fucks up your life later, because you're like, I never had a chance to be a kid, right? Yeah. So now you're like, fuck, like, yeah, that person is solid, but at the same time, I feel like those are the type of people as well that, yeah, they grind their whole life, but at the same time, they don't really go for what they really want sometimes, because they feel like if they go off of that course, everything will fucking fall. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I feel like that.
I do want to say something that really struck me from the interview he was doing, and because this is pretty much Shia trying to just overcome the shitty person he was. You know, I don't know if it was too what's the word I'm looking for? Like, if it was like almost like too fake, maybe, with the way he was coming out sometimes. But a lot of times, I did feel like I feel like he did kind of come out of a place of just how he knew how many people he fucked over and how he was this person. But one word that I really found really fucking amazing that I never thought it could have been used in such a way was the word sexy. He was using the word sexy a lot. Sexy. Like, and to me, the way he was saying, like, oh, hey, like, the way I walk is not just sexy, you know, like, he just wants it to be like something where people are look like the same thing you said, like, when you look at somebody, like, that's sexy, like, you know, like, yeah, it was like a positive thing, like a
yeah, it's being cool. It's
yeah, like being cool, like, yeah,
it's like a sexy way of saying cool.
Yeah, right? And it was, and the way he was using it, I was like, oh damn, that's fucking sexy. You know what I mean? Like, that felt cool to me. Like, I felt like there was something that was like something he was saying that would just make me feel like, oh shit, like, damn, this is fucking dope. Like, I really enjoyed that fucking podcast.
It was interesting.
It was like almost like 2 hours, I think. It was like,
you know, it was crazy about the podcast. I think when you sent me a clip about it, literally that same day, I had listened to it. Like, literally hours before. Yeah. Like, I listened to the whole thing on my drive to work, and yeah, dude, he went through some crazy shit, and I guess according to him, he did some crazy shit to people, and you know, but the crazy thing, the thing that was really interesting about that conversation is that you like, as a man, you go through that shit too, you know, like, you don't really see it a lot, you know what I mean? So seeing it in his raw process that he's going through it, and he's showing other guys how to kind of go through that as well, and just redefine himself and actually become a man. I think now he knows he's a man, right?
Yeah, because I think he even brought up like how he had a kid and like even
he changed his fucking life.
Yeah, he changed his life, but he didn't even know when you really become a man, like.
Yeah,
in a way, you know, like I feel like he was still trying to figure out himself, and I'm just like thinking now, like when I have a kid, or if I never have a kid, would I ever be a man? You know, like
yeah, I think once a dude like just takes care of himself, I think that's
maybe being responsible also makes you a man.
Huh?
Being responsible.
I think that's what it is. Once you take that it's almost like you take on
like all the kind of responsibilities. Like it could be something. It could be something you did. It could be something you did for someone else. And I think that's also what he said. Like I think you really know when you start caring for others than just for yourself. I think that's what.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing is when you take care of yourself, when you take care of others, and you're still yourself. You're still able to be yourself and take care of others. That's when
you can't really get lost in helping other people when you can't even help yourself. I think.
But again, it's I think it has to be a personal thing to every person, every guy out there. Like they're gonna know the day that they're a man, right?
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like I don't think it's just gonna work the same way for everybody. Like I think everybody's gonna have their own process. Like today, I'm a fucking man.
Yeah,
I'm the man.
And tomorrow you can feel weak, but then the next day you're gonna feel like a fucking man.
Yeah,
I think that's okay, right?
Of course. I
think that's okay to be like, no, but like you got one fucking shitty day, and the next day you can be like, hey, you know what? Like I still fucking feel like a fucking man.
Yeah, but that's everybody though.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think because you had a fucking shitty day doesn't mean that you're fucking.
Everybody's gonna
lost
have
forever.
Days. Everybody's gonna have shitty days. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's what it is.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you want, we'll end it now because I know I'm kind of a little short. But I do want to bring a couple things up. Before we let go, I want to give a shout outs. To one of our listeners over in San Jose. She hit me up with a lovely message. She said that she loved our podcast. That she could relate a lot to the things we say. That she's always laughing on the way to work. I won't say your last name, but you go by Cindy, and your last name starts with an L. So Cindy L, thank you for listening to our podcast. Shout out to
Cindy L.
All the way from not even San Jose. San Jose or
Texas?
No, not San Jose. No.
Oh, San Jose, California?
Yeah, San Jose, California.
I don't know why I said Texas.
Yeah, so she's listening all the way from San Jose. Thank you very much for listening to the podcast, and everybody else who's been listening to the podcast as well. Also, we apologize for skipping 1 week. Well, hopefully we get back into task.
Hopefully, I think that's gonna be our workaround to get like days off.
Oh, and I do remember one other thing. Happy 20th episode to us.
Yeah, this is our 20th episode.
Happy 20th episode. We wanted to do a little something more special.
Yeah, we want to give ourselves a little pat in the back every one episode.
Every
episode.
Every 10th episode, we're gonna be we'll be celebrating.
I'm not gonna. It's not that we're fucking blowing smoke up our asses. It's just like. Literally, like I never even thought we were gonna do two. Like I
never thought we were gonna do one after.
Yeah, like I didn't think we were gonna do like you know what I mean. Like it's just one of those things. Like I didn't think we were gonna get up to 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's so that's I think I probably should have opened up with that, but I wanted to save it for the end. It was cool. I mean, even Pisto hit me up and he goes like, "Bro, what am I gonna do Mondays? There's no fucking episode." I was like,
"Shout out Pisto."
So shout out to Pisto who still listens to our shenanigans. Any last words, Turkey?
Yeah, go watch Avatar. It re-released today, and then go watch Avatar 2: Way of Water in December.
Whack.
I actually went to watch it today.
Go watch Jeffrey Dahmer.
Fuck that show. And fuck that other stupid ass show.
And go watch Devil in Ohio.
Stupid ass show. Whoever fucking recommend L. Big ass L, dude.
Oh man. Yeah, well shout outs.
Huge L.
Shout outs to the Santa Ana Winds. Shout outs to Life.
Yeah, shout out to Life.
and everybody who's been listening too. So you guys could follow us on Instagram on aparalleldiscussion.pod. Email us at aparalleldiscussion.ask@gmail.com.
Oh, one more thing. We're actually looking for guests. So if anybody's interesting out there, give us a fucking line. Give Lalo a line. If you know Lalo,
just if an email's too much, just go ahead and DM us on
if you
Instagram.
if you got an interesting story, we will love to chat with you.
Even if you don't have an interesting story, just hit us up. We want to talk to different people.
Let's fucking chat it up. Yeah, fuck it.
I want to talk to different people already.
Yeah.
But anywho, again, shout outs to all of our guests who have been who have shown up on our episodes. Where it's been amazing. And I can't say more than that than just a big thank you to all of you.
Yeah.
And so I still have a long weekend that go ahead of me. I just got back from Arizona.
Yeah, so we might skip next week as well.
So if you guys don't hear an episode for next week, you'll definitely I'll probably throw solo out there because I don't want, it did feel a little lonely, you know. They feel a little lonely.
We got to work around it, but at the same time I also thought maybe the days you go on like crazy weekend excursions, let's just take that day off.
I didn't know.
Let's just take those weeks off.
I knew that it was going to happen this month because I knew but I didn't know it was going to happen like that, and I didn't know it was going to feel so empty not doing an episode, you know.
I mean,
that's why I really wanted to jump on one today, and I don't want to leave these our fans.
So
our listeners.
Every time Lalo's on vacation, that's the reason we're off.
That's pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everybody who's been listening to. Please follow us and email us or DM us, whatever it is.
And be careful out there and take care of each other.
Yes,
and have a good day.
And also, if anybody offers you a drink, please make sure you're the one opening it. Peace.